Greetings everyone, Michele Granberg here. Welcome to another episode of Positive Energy. On this show, we're spotlighting SAVE. SAVE has been rescuing and sheltering abandoned, abused, and homeless dogs and cats in the greater Princeton area since 1941. If you're looking for a new best friend, consider adopting from SAVE. Stay with us for more, because Positive Energy starts right now. So, welcome. I'm here with Heather Achenbach, the Executive Director at SAVE, which is a local shelter for homeless animals. And I discovered SAVE myself because I went looking to adopt and found the love of my life in a little white dog named Forrest. So I had a very positive experience. So we're going to talk a little bit more about SAVE.
Yes.
About the organization. So what do you say in general about SAVE? Tell us about SAVE.
Well, as you said, so we are your local, private, non-for-profit animal shelter. We serve the greater Princeton area, which by that I mean Cranberry, Hopewell, Pennington, Montgomery, Hillsborough, all the way into Somerset. We even serve portions of Bucks County. People are willing to drive. We are limited intake, which means we decide who comes in. And that also means that we do not need to eliminate animals for time and space. And that's a very important aspect of the shelter and of the people who want to adopt from us, because they know the animals are saved with us until they get a home. And that's very important.
It's what is called a no-kill shelter? Is that what it's, that's not the...
Right. It's no-kill doesn't technically exist in the truest term, only because animals do get sick.
Right.
Just like our own pets sometimes get ill, and we do need to go the route of euthanasia. But those are the cases that we use that for, animals who aren't doing well.
Gotcha.
So it does exist. Our rate is probably around 6%. And some animals, we are a boarding facility for animal control. So if you find a lost or stray pet, you call your local animal control in the towns I was mentioning. They bring that animal to SAVE. If it's not claimed and it's healthy, and we can get them to healthy, it goes up for adoption. Some come in and they're sick and ill, and there isn't much that can be done, and it's very heartbreaking. But the not heartbreaking part is they pass away in loving arms.
Yes.
They really do. Not out in the street.
Yes.
And that's a service that we do provide.
Yeah,
and
that's all part of it.
It is all part of it. We're animal lovers, so that's what we do. But we're non-for-profit in the sense that we do not get money from the local, state, or federal government. It is purely based on donation and grants. And we survive and thrive based on the generosity of the community in which we live.
So tell us about adopting. If someone wants to adopt, what's the process in general?
Well, we are always looking at ways to speed up the process. When you find the animal you love, we want to get that into your home, approved and into your home. So for us, we do want to do it as swiftly as possible. We're even reviewing the process again to see what we can do to streamline, but also be effective in ensuring that it is a proper home. Certain animals need certain types of care. That said, that is our goal, to get that pet into a home, not to stay with us. While we are wonderful in my eyes, and certainly our staff and volunteers and board, we are not a permanent home. We're a temporary home.
Right.
So that is our ultimate goal. I would say sometimes we can do an adoption in 1-2 days. Sometimes it takes a little longer if references take a while to call. But it is simple. You can apply online or in person. We love in person. It helps us to get to know you.
Yes.
And if you have another pet in the household, this is mostly for dogs, we do meet and greets so that we can make sure that the dog you're interested in gets along with other dogs. When it comes to cats, if you have a cat at home and you would like to adopt a dog and you would like to know if the cat could be, or the dog could be good with cats, we try to do a cat test to get an idea, are they cat friendly? And that's what we do.
Well, I can vouch, again, for the process, that the process itself is easy and simple and relatively quick. Yeah. So where do the animals come from in general?
Animals come from a variety of sources. So some of them are by way of local town animal control. Some are owner surrenders, people who may be moving. We get people who move to other countries, can't bring their pet. They have moved to an apartment that doesn't allow pets, no longer able to care for them. Our goal is to keep that pet in your home, and we do our best effort. And if that doesn't work, we are here to help you by taking in your pet and finding it a home. So that's a route. Then we also have basically networks to pull within the state. So there could be other shelters in the state of New Jersey who call and say, we have a pet that we think might be able to get a home through your shelter. We'll do that. And like many shelters and rescues, we do pull from the southern states. Southern states have a very challenging overpopulation and abandonment issue. Very limited spay and neuter. So we have a lot of unwanted pregnancies, creating unwanted kittens and puppies.
And so the cycle
Kittens
continues.
and cats tend to stay down in the south, but the dogs come up north because we actually have done a pretty good job in the north of actually spaying and neutering our pets.
Yeah, I agree. That's one definitely.
Yes,
Progress has been
you
made
see
in that area.
excellent progress here.
Yeah.
It is something that we've embraced, and in the southern states, they're still working on it. And I see it as our duty to help them as well.
Yes.
And actually, if you work with other shelters and rescues, part of our missions, all of us as a group, are to help them save their animals, but also funnel educational materials to them to also help solve the problem. Pulling them and saving them is one thing. Helping them to solve the problem at its core is very important.
Yeah, there's a bigger picture to this.
There's a bigger picture to this.
In terms of the bigger problem, the bigger, like how it all begins, and trying to trace back to those roots. If we don't fix the cause, then we'll continue.
You're not addressing the problem.
You're putting a Band-Aid on
you
it,
are.
really, in that
you are.
way. So what's been the feedback? I know you probably have lots of wonderful stories. Is there any one that stands out in terms of, how an animal that needed a home found a home and adjusted really well?
We, when I first got to Save, had a dog that spent 2 years with us. 2 years is an incredibly long time for an animal, and our staff and volunteers were working really vigorously, not only to find her a home, but to keep her enriched and engaged and mentally healthy. It really took a village, and on her 2-year anniversary, she left to absolutely her forever home. And we say all the time, their right home is out there, and in this case, it was. And she has an owner that loves her beyond measure. She is his running partner, and immediately we had pictures of her sleeping in her dog bed, out for long walks, and we get messages regularly from the person who adopted her to say thank you, and to say the same thing that you say. It's the love of your life. The love of my life is from Save as well. So I have a real affinity for what we do. My adopted pets, several are from Save, and we all have our story, and we'll tell anyone we possibly can.
Yeah, I do too.
How much we love our pet.
Yeah. If I wasn't a proponent before,
right?
a poster child for Adopt Don't Shop,
Yeah.
I am
You
for
are
sure
now.
Such a positive experience. So I know
it really can.
people may want to get a little more involved. You're always looking for donations,
Always.
possibly, and fosters, so
Yeah.
they can go onto the website and reach out to you that way.
Yes.
I hope that people will get more involved. There's always a way. They can volunteer.
There is
foster,
literally
they can donate.
always a way.
Yeah.
Adopt, foster,
Right.
volunteer, donate. And when we say donate, it's funds. We, of course, need money. That's always the case. Yeah. But we also love your sheets and towels that you're cleaning out your linen closet. It becomes the bed for kittens and puppies. We love newspaper. It lines our cat pan cages and litter pans. We have a use for all kinds of items. Same as if maybe you're cleaning out your office and you say, why did we buy all of these Post-it notes? Or you're closing an office, we'll take them. Pens, pencils, Post-its, paper, garbage bags. If anything like that, and we keep a wish list on both Amazon and our website, right inside the shelter. We are open 7 days a week and at noon. So, and we welcome visitors. We love visitors. Come in and check us out. You can sign up to volunteer online. You can fill out an application. And I just think there's so many ways that we can benefit from you and vice versa. Animals are, these kittens are running around the studio. They would probably wonder where they went.
They're having the best.
They're so amusing. They're having such a good time. Animals are therapeutic.
Yes.
And people, just like we feel when we're holding those animals, stop in. Just, pay a visit. You can pet our cats, and you'll
leave with a smile.
You'll leave with a smile.
You won't want to leave empty-handed.
Does.
You won't want to leave empty-handed.
I do
that's
joke.
for sure.
I'm like, you're not going to leave empty-handed, and that is my wish for everyone who comes to Save.
So Heather, You brought a friend with you, so tell us. This is Candy.
It is. This is Candy.
She hasn't been with you that long, but tell us about Candy.
She hasn't. So Candy is as sweet as her name. She's probably only been with us 3-4 weeks. She's a hound mix. She's young, as you can tell, super playful. Loves people, other dogs. She's great for families with some bigger children, maybe 8, 9, 10, because she can be a little rambunctious. But she literally unfolds the more time you spend with her. She wants to please you. She is definitely, I think, a person's dog. She has spent only maybe the last half hour with me, and she believes I'm like her mama at this point.
She loves people. She easily bonds.
Easily bonds. All of our animals.
Play.
All of our animals are spayed or neutered. Yeah. She has a little microchip back here, so if she were to run away,
she has all the vaccinations.
We could absolutely. Yep, she is dewormed. She is essentially, with an approved application, she is home ready.
She's ready.
She is ready to go home, and I think I think that she would just be so grateful.
I think she's going to make someone.
Back here?
So really, she needs a home with someone who's willing to walk
her
a lot.
So it's
take
true.
Her out.
We have so many different types of dogs. Some people want like a couch potato dog. Candy's not your couch potato.
Not for couch potatoes.
No, not for couch potatoes. Candy really, ideally, should have several walks a day. She should have toys to play with, and she will want attention. She's going to definitely demand attention, especially until she settles in. But she is young. She's a hound mix. She's always using her nose. And she'll want to be stimulated, and the more stimulated she is, the better she'll behave, and the more happy she'll be, and the more happy as an owner you will be. So she's going to want attention.
And she's probably very smart and very trainable then?
Oh,
and
absolutely.
I know that you give them a little bit of basic training at Save.
We do. Our dogs, right from day one, start to learn sit, down, look, and touch. And those are all things that if we see that they're distracted and we say sit, and we have that treat, look, it takes them completely out of the moment that they're in. Maybe they're barking at another dog or they're scared. They all of a sudden are at attention. And they get to go home with some skills such that a new owner can say, Candy, sit, and then Candy will sit. So it's a really great starter. And then we also offer training to capitalize on that in stages at Save. So we have puppy class.
I love that you never abandon the dogs and their new family.
And their new family members.
New family.
Yes.
You keep that ongoing. That's what I love about Save. And I love that with my dog. There was a phone call shortly after. How's everything?
I was going to mention
How's your dog doing? And he really kept the training.
Yes.
It lasted. They taught Forrest, my dog, to sit at Save.
Yes.
And I never had to teach him that.
You won't.
It was beautiful.
As long as you continue the reinforcement, our goal is to set you up for success. Yeah. Setting you up for success makes Candy successful as well.
Everybody's happy.
Everyone's
it's a
happy.
Win.
It is. So we try to do a 3-day follow-up, a 3-week, and a 3-month. You are always welcome to call if anything is happening. And sometimes with puppy stages, they can be difficult. It's almost like they go to a toddler stage, and we'll talk and provide solutions for what your animal's needing. And it's usually pretty simple. But we offer basically a puppy class, an intermediate class, and then a good canine citizen class, depending on how far you want to take training with your pet. Yeah. And we have graduation, of course. So that's always a fun day, and everyone gets a medal.
And I know you have a vet with you on staff.
We have veterinarian on staff.
Because I met her as well.
Absolutely. We have a veterinarian on staff to provide care. We have 2 veterinary technicians as well. In addition, if an animal has maybe a dermatological problem, we have specialists pretty much at the ready where we have relationships built so that we can send them out to find out what is happening with this animal. We have an excellent relationship with the veterinarian who happens to be actually on the corner from Save. So we literally can run a pet to his office within minutes if necessary. And it really is a godsend when you're dealing with potentially 100 animals at a time.
You need a vet at the ready.
You need a vet at the ready.
On call, for sure.
On call, at the ready. And we care very much. If we think they're not feeling well or they're not looking well, it is our job to ensure their health and welfare. So it gives us great joy to be able to provide that for them.
Yeah, you are their temporary home.
We are.
And you're their temporary family, hopefully.
We are.
mostly temporary. So Candy's having an amazing time here on set of Positive Energy. She's soaking in the positive energy.
Yes, she is feeling positive.
Well, it's wonderful to have Candy here. It's wonderful to have you. Any final words about Candy? She's up for adoption now.
Yes, I would say Candy is up for adoption for now. Yeah, you can.
Wait.
I always recommend. You've gotten to see Candy in a three-dimensional setting, which is wonderful. Don't judge a dog by pictures or cats. Meet them in person. Their personality unfolds. But truly, you may think you know what you want, and it turns out you leave with something completely different. But we are here to help you find your new best friend.
Heather, now you brought Carla with you today.
Yes.
So tell us about Ms. Carla.
So Carla is a bit different from Candy. Carla's a little older, so she's probably 3 or 4 years old. She came to Save as a stray. So we don't know a lot about her history. We do know that she most likely was pregnant and either had puppies or lost her puppies, but you can tell when you look at her underbelly.
Clearly.
So that's typically one of the first questions we get. Another item I can point out is from the day she arrived at Save. One of the first things we think about is this dog friendly? You could tell from the second she arrived, she would meet us at the front of her kennel run, smiling. She wanted attention. She wanted to be friendly. She really enjoyed her first meal with us. She might have not eaten in quite a bit. So she's really been absolutely delightful.
You can tell a lot by those first impressions.
You can. She made a very strong first impression of joy. She's very joyous and really she wants to please. She's more settled. We're new in the studio, but she is more settled. She likes a long walk.
This is an unusual place for her. She's unfamiliar, so
it is, and the smells are new.
Yeah.
I think they can sense too when there's opportunity. I swear they know. Yeah. And she knows. She's like, this is opportunity. It is, darling.
So what do you think? Who would be the best home for Carla?
Carla is another one that is wonderful with a family. I shouldn't be letting you do this, but you're just so cute. But my kennel manager would be mad because that's reinforcing not good behavior. But so Carla's ideal family could actually be a retired couple that's still interested in some exercise. She would do lovely in a family. We take her to events that involve children. She is very good with kids. She loves kids. She does well in a crowd of people. We took her to a photography session earlier this week, and really for 3 hours with some breaks, she allowed 10 and 12-year-old girls to take her picture. And she did really great. And really, she doesn't require as much exercise probably as Candy, but she's still going to need good toys and stimulation to keep her kind of out of trouble and happy.
As any dog does, especially large dogs.
Yes,
they need more.
She's not as limited in, she gets along with other dogs. She will be with families. We can always cat test Carla as well in the shelter, which we do if you have a cat and you want to know. Right. We literally do a cat test to see how does Carla behave when she's with a cat, when she sees a cat, to give you an idea. We supervise an interaction with a cat.
One of the cats in the shelter and the dog.
Yes.
A cat test.
A cat test.
Let's see if they pass.
It is. And we actually choose cats that are non-reactive really to dogs.
Got it.
So we want one that really tells us how is she reacting, not the cat, because that could set her off. So we choose a cat that's typically, and if she ignores the cat, we say she ignored it.
Yeah.
If she chases it, that doesn't always mean a bad thing. Dogs are known to want to chase things that you can break the habit.
Yes, it's natural to chase.
But if it's a bit more, that's essentially a rabbit, and now we're talking another challenge. So that is what we're assessing for. And many people who have dogs have cats and vice versa. So it's important to know, could she be in your multi-pet household?
Well, it's wonderful that you do so much hands-on, not just observation, but work with the dog and really try to make a good match.
Yes, we do.
And you need to know what types of environments, what types of people, all of that. So I know that Carla is up for adoption currently.
She is.
Right now at Save, she's there. And she's ready to go to a home. So anybody who's interested can check out the website, can reach out to you, and come visit Carla and the other animals.
And our other adoptable dogs. And we can say, too, if you're interested in fostering, we love people, whether you're wanting to foster for a weekend, a week, a month. If you just want to try a foster to adopt, we're very big proponents of that to see if Carla would work out in your household. And something that does for them is it gives us insight into how they behave in a home so that we could actually tell their adopter when Candy was in, or Carla was in a home, this is how she behaved. Or she liked to sleep in a dog bed, or she didn't like a bed, she liked the couch. Just fun things about their personality.
Of course.
And it really, one day out of the shelter can actually press the reset button for them such that when they walk back in, they say, okay, it's like day one.
Yeah.
And it's a restart, whereas they can get stressed out over time.
I can only imagine, and even though it's a wonderful place, Save really is, it's still...
It's a temporary home.
It's in the transition and the car ride, the van ride back and forth, and the new sounds and the other dogs around and the other sound. So I really get that, but they know, home, they get that.
They do.
When
they get that.
When they get a home environment, it's a different feel. So.
Yes.
Anyway, well, thank you, Ms. Carla, for being here. Heather, thanks for telling us about Carla.
Thank you for having
You'll
Carla,
get a great
too.
home. Thanks.
Good girl.
We have two adorable, sweet lap kittens here. We have Bubbles. Hi, Bubbles.
Bubbles
and this
is
is
stretching.
Dory. So tell these kittens are ready to go home
They
with
are.
someone. Tell us about Dory and Bubbles.
So Dory and Bubbles are from our Finding Nemo litter of kittens. They were all named after Finding Nemo characters.
Okay, I get it.
Hence Dory
Love
and Bubbles.
that. Dory and Bubbles.
They are 16 weeks old. All of our kittens at Save, so they come at various ages, many times with the mother, sometimes without, sometimes as a bottle baby. When they're with mom, of course, they're drinking mom's milk. But they all go into foster care, so they are handled by humans a lot. We love fosters who have children so that kids are handling them. So you can actually tell Bubbles and Dory are very, very well socialized. We got them out of their carrier. They popped in our laps. They're having a blast, just being our little snuggle bunnies. And that is what we really try to do at Save to make them adoptable. Right? People come in and they'll say, oh, how are they with people? Most of the time, our kittens in particular are great because they are so well socialized. And this is just one of my favorite pairs.
You can tell them that with honest.
With utmost certainty.
With utmost certainty because you've handled them and spent time with them. And so...
we have a terrific network of people who literally just love to give love to kittens and their moms. So it makes a kitten like you see here. And these guys are also, they are not always sitting in your lap. They are playing, kind of like Dory's trying to play with you. They're fascinated by jewelry. They love necklaces. They love toys, of course. And then you'll find them sleeping together. So something I like to say with kittens is 2 are always better than 1. They're a built-in playmate.
They keep each other company.
They keep each other out of trouble.
Yeah.
They are endless hours of fun. If you already have a cat in the house, 1 kitten is great. But we always say if you don't, and this is like your first set, take 2.
Yeah.
Right, Bubbles?
A pair, like salt and pepper.
So we do it a lot. Many people leave with a pair, and then they'll send us the cutest photos. And it does. When you leave the house, they have a built-in friend. Yeah. And it really keeps them also from wanting to create shenanigans to keep themselves entertained because they're keeping one another entertained. And it is, if you had a pet cam, you would want to watch kittens all day.
That's why the kitten videos on social media are the most popular ones.
They are so popular.
Because they are 24/7.
They are. Kittens have a way of playing that
making us smile.
Yeah, it does.
They're so therapeutic. I feel it right now. I'm feeling very calm, of course.
It's hard.
I'm feeling relaxed.
I know.
I feel this soft little warm.
I know.
Thank you so much for bringing both Bubbles and Dory. I'm sure they'll be adopted soon, you guys. You're
Absolutely.
Find
we do offer always
home.
a two for one specials. Especially on kittens. We this week had a mother and her baby leave together to the same home, which was really wonderful. And cats, we can have a tough time getting adopted out. Kittens do tend to get homes, but adults are a bit harder.
Yeah.
So come to Save, meet our cats.
So come check them out.
Come check them out.
Come say hello, meet your friends.
Yeah, and we are an open setting in the sense that when we are open to the public, you can see and pet any cat you wish.
Nice.
So get to know them. Get to know them. If you're a cat person, it helps socialize, but you'll find your friend. We have every kind imaginable, and of course every color and age.
No, animals are the best.
They are.
They are absolutely the
they
best.
are.
Thank you for the work that you're doing in the world and over at
Aw.
Save, and to everyone over at Save for helping people find love and bring love into their lives.
That's
and
what we're
saving
doing.
these animals. So thank you so much.
You are so welcome. Thank you for adopting. Thank you for having Save and our wonderful guests today.
I'd love to have you back.
We are happy to come back anytime.
We're wrapping up another enlightening show. Do you have room in your heart and home for a dog or cat? Consider adopting one today. And while you're at it, go vegan. Thanks for watching. Join me next time on Positive Energy.